Hello, my name is Furjen Deng, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm a faculty member of Sam Houston State University in Houston. I teach sociology. I'm also a volunteer at one of the local cancer support organization called the Night and Soul Association in Houston. The reason I joined those organizations, especially the cancer support one, is I'm a breast cancer survivor. In 8 years ago, 2002, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer at the age 42. I was really shocked when the doctor told me your biopsy report came back was positive. I was shocked and I was frightened, and I immediately linked my cancer diagnosis with a death sentence. The reason I have such a fear about cancer diagnosis during that time because I have no prior knowledge about cancer, and I didn't even know cancer doesn't have to be a death sentence. Especially in breast cancer, the treatment can be very effective. Because the only knowledge I about the breast cancer was my close relatives. My uncle's wife and also my cousin's wife, both of them were diagnosed with breast cancers at the age, I think, 40s. And passed away within a few years. So you can imagine that time I was so frightened. So I was trying to almost prepare myself to die. But at the same time, I started to talk to some of the survivors. And that experience really helped me a lot because I found out there are lots of people that survived the cancer, especially the breast cancer. So that gave me a little bit of hope. So I started to join some of the cancer support organizations. And also I received some of the educational materials. But during the process, so I had my chemo treatment first because it's stage 2, and also I have a mastectomy, and also I have a radiation. After I finished my treatment, or during my treatment, like I just mentioned, the other survivors' experience really helped me benefit, and also lots of the cancer-related education also helped me. I remember the first time when I was diagnosed, I did not know where to find the resources, so I went to internet and got lots of resources and information, and some of the information are very confusing. But after my treatments, after I get back to my normal life, energy-wise, and I started to think about that, I'm quite educated people, and I was so ignorant about the cancers. How about some of the people with the same background like me? For example, in Houston, we have almost 80% of the Asian population. Or Pacific Island population. They're probably like a first-generation immigrant, and many of them they probably do not speak English very well. So when they were diagnosed, what are they going to do? Where are they going to turn to? Get the resources. So I think that's the reason. Also, after in 1920 and 2006. And I started involved various kind of the cancer support organization, and also I feel like it benefit tremendously, and trying to help other like survival patients, and many of them they have no assets, no insurance, and help them to go through those they call the healthcare monsters. And that's how to say, it's almost like a monsters. And I started to have a connection with the network, okay? And it was in 2008 when I participated the first the cancer survivorship conference for all the Asian cancer patients and survivors, and also Pacific Islanders too, in California in 2008. And I think the conference was organized by the network. And I was really open my mind and open my just open my scope, because when you are in Houston, sometimes you just feel alone. You are your own community, and you really don't know how to connect the dots. But when I joined the network, that conference, I found out that cancer is non-discriminatory, regardless of your race, regardless of your gender, regardless of your class. Everybody can get the cancer, but not everyone can get equal access to the resources. So the minute I feel like the network can help us to connect the dots, to distribute the resources from whatever medical community or to the federal government level or even to some other mainstream cancer organization, to some of the minority community like us. So I think that is the major reason I joined the network, and also I believe the network will do a great job in the future to help more isolated cancer patient survival, like some of them still in across the United States.